Today is helping our hypnosis client to have deeper and lasting transformation so that it becomes more meaningful for us and we create the bigger impact that we truly want to make. So today I'm answering three questions in this live that have to do with helping ourselves cultivate and strengthen that skill set of truly making a difference in our clients' lives. So let us begin. I'm just going to go straight into answering these questions. And these lives are really for you to take a small bite-sized actionable step that is applicable for you and where you're at in your journey as a hypnotist and even a transformational coach so that you can use it within your next session. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to continue asking. These lives will be happening here on this page every week. So make sure that you tune in. And of course, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have with regards to helping our clients create deeper breakthroughs. And so the three things that we're actually going to do today and talk about today are these. Let me just put these questions in so that I remember. Okay, so first question is, what do we do when our hypnosis or NLP techniques do not work with our clients, specifically over analytical clients and clients who cannot visualize? This is actually my favorite topic. And number two, how to conduct the optimal hypnosis sessions are going to be three things that you always want to be mindful of when going into your sessions. And number three, how can we tell if we've gone deep enough to the root cause of our client's issue? And how do we know that our clients have actually resolved their issue? So let's begin. I'm going to answer the first one is what to do when traditional hypnosis and NLP techniques don't work. If we have that one or a few clients who we've tried many things within our toolkits and maybe they're not responding to it or it's not going as deep and as fast as they would like and what we know that we are fully capable of. So I'm going to start this off with saying that each and every person is different. We know this, right? And so the limitations to using hypnosis techniques, it doesn't matter if we have 10 of them or we have 10 NLP techniques. I know there are a lot to memorize. Sometimes these just don't work with each and every person because how a person processes information is going to be unique to them based on who they are as a person and their lived experiences. And so what happens if we actually um, use the techniques for our clients, sometimes it might not match, right? It's that traditional saying of we're trying to put a square hole, we're trying to put a round peg onto a square hole, which doesn't really help our clients and ourselves. So when we go into our sessions, what we really want to do is to ensure that we are working with our clients depending on where they're at in their journey and how they process information. And so when we're finding that maybe a client cannot visualize or they're not very into their feelings, they can't feel the emotions in their body, what is the point of continuously asking them questions about emotions in their body when they're not in that space yet to be able to feel them, right? We are always going through and displaying unconscious processes and unconscious information. It's just different for each and every person. So taking the same example of a client who, we really want to make sure that they feel their emotions and know the emotional context within their problem, but they seem to not be able to either name their emotions or actually stay in that moment of feeling their emotions. This is very typical for our clients, right? So instead of forcing them there when they're not there yet, what can we do within our sessions and how can we work with our clients right then and there to notice what unconscious information they are currently displaying? Because it's not just about the emotions. Emotions are a big one, but not the only one. What if our clients are more metaphorical? What if our clients are displaying all of the conflicts and paradoxes? Those are unconscious information too. How they express their emotion and how their energy shifts and the tonality and the cadence within their voice, those are also unconscious information. So paying attention to those instead can really, really help us out. If you have trouble with this, I talk about this a lot because in our ACH trainings, we really focus on unconscious moments. It's not just emotions that are unconscious moments, right? There are visual things that we can look for in terms of what they're actually doing, their body language is doing, what their face is doing, what their eyes are doing, that we can use. We can always use something if we know what to look for and how to use it. And that's what we talk about inside the trainings. And there are definitely a few lives here with regards to that. If you have any questions at all with regards to what unconscious moments are, make sure you comment unconscious moments below, and they'll hook you up with a resource that is already in here in this page to really help you out with that too. So if our hypnosis and NLP techniques don't seem to work with our clients, or if we have that feeling of like, I don't know if that really truly worked, or that was deep enough, then try out a conversation, just to start off a simple conversation and just interview your client and ask your clients questions, because when you're present, when your clients are responding with your questions, that's when you can actually help them to find their own answers within those unconscious information, right? So definitely try that out and let me know how that goes. So how I would approach something if they don't respond to the techniques is just to have a conversation and look for other unconscious expressions and utilize those instead of the techniques that I would be using. So that is my answer for that one. And for the second question is, how do you conduct the optimal hypnosis sessions? So I have three main principles that is non-negotiable for each and every hypnosis sessions that I conduct with anyone, even during the ACH trainings, which is number one, myself. I got to set myself up for success, because if I ain't set up for success, then that just doesn't make sense, right? And so being in a regulated state ourselves is going to be super crucial within our sessions. And if we're not regulated inside ACH trainings, we talk about this hypnotic or psychotic insight, right? Our clients who are sitting in front of us are reading us unconsciously. Their unconscious mind is picking up cues as to what we're doing within our sessions. So if we ourselves come into our sessions dysregulated and we're overly stressed out, we are way too in our heads, our clients can pick that up and potentially put a wall up of resistance. So crucial when we conduct the sessions, and if we want to set our clients up for success and us for success, we want to make sure that we ourselves are regulated. So what I tell my students is usually at least 5 minutes before my session, I am completely just within my own energy. I put myself into a trance. I do deep breathing. Find a routine that works for you, because then that will really help you to regulate. So before 5 minutes, I do a few I do a few nervous system regulation exercises for myself, and then I go into the session. And that sets me up to be regulated within my client session so that they trust me more, so that I'm calm, which then co-regulation is a thing, right? So if we are calm, we also just naturally calm our clients down without having to tell them to relax. Just us, ourselves, going into our sessions extremely relaxed and calm is really going to help them as well. So that's the number one thing that I prioritize before sessions. And number two is listen to my clients and meet them where they're at. So if a client comes in right into the session, we're calm, I'm calm, I go into the session and my client goes, oh my God, Fritz, I am so nervous. Like, I am so nervous. Instead of relaxing them, which is what I used to do, I don't do that anymore. If they come in and they're like, oh my God, Fritz, I'm so nervous, guess where the conversation is going to go? About that nervousness, right? Because that nervousness is a sign, it is an emotional state that their unconscious mind deliberately is doing for them. And the answers are in there. That's why our sessions are extremely fast, because just imagine, like, we're really just utilizing that unconscious moments of nervousness, and our clients go, okay, well, I'm nervous because of this. That's why our breakthroughs are fast, because literally my clients were clients who have just broken up or separated with their partners, and if they're nervous, I'm like, what are you nervous about? And then the actual juicy detail actually comes up right then within 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the session. And so instead of relaxing them, I am relaxed on my own, which then helps my clients to be completely relaxed anyway. And then meeting them where they're at is really one of the best ways to just help them get that breakthrough fast. So that's second one. That's the second non-negotiable thing. And number three is to test, 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 test. How do we know if our clients actually have resolved their problem if we don't test it, right? So I used to be trained in a method where I would give them the transformational recording, the session would be done, and I wouldn't really know if the session worked because the recording's done. I tell my clients goodbye, see you later, have fun, listen to this recording, but I had no tangible cue as to whether or not it worked. And so when we actually test our clients at the end of our sessions, we know either what we need to work on within our next session, or number two, if the actual problem they came to us with the session has been resolved. So test, 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 test. If you have any questions regarding testing, comment below testing, and I will have a quick training for that for you soon, actually. So make sure you comment test if you want more information regarding that. So those are the three. How to conduct optimal hypnosis sessions is first one, be regulated ourselves. Number two, make sure we actually listen to our clients and meet them where they're at instead of assuming that we know what script to use for our clients. We just listen to our clients instead and go from there. Number three is to test our sessions at the end to ensure that it actually lasts and our clients have resolved the problem. So those are the three optimal hypnosis session hacks that you can use today for your next session. And last question, number three, is how can we tell that we've gone deep enough through the root cause and our clients have resolved their issue? I talked about this a little bit already, answering the last question, which is really testing. How we get to the root cause and how we know our clients resolved our issue or their issue is that they tell us, right? They tell us. We can either see a physiological change within their bodies and instead of, that, or even feel their energy if we're highly intuitive that way. A lot of the times we can see our clients' faces changes inside the ACH trainings and even the demos. We can see a glow. You can see a physiological change. They just are more relaxed instead of that like highly aroused sympathetic state, or like very shut down. Instead of that, they have this balance and harmony of calm, but also like determined. And you can feel that in their energy, and you can see it physiologically in their face and how they start to carry themselves afterwards. So that's how you can tell if you can actually see it. And number two, like if you actually test them and say, okay, so you came to me because you wanted to take more action in your business after procrastinating. How do you actually feel about posting on social media and talking about what you offer? Them answering that question and seeing a difference in how they're thinking and how they're able to now problem solve, that is a key reason as to the fact that we've actually gotten through the root cause and their thinking is starting to shift with regards to their problem. Because truth of the matter is, we are not going to be 100% be like, yes, I know that's the root cause. It's really impossible to actually verbalize what our client's root cause is. We just have that intuition and saying, oh, I think we got it. I know that something has shifted just because of how our clients are changing. Which I know is very opposite from the traditional methods, because when I was trained in a traditional method, I was like, the root cause is because client is not good enough. They don't feel like they belong, or they don't think that a solution is available for them. Like, okay, sure, but how do you actually help them problem solve? A great way to know that our clients have actually resolved the root cause unconsciously and that their problem no longer exists if they actually are able to say, oh, I used to procrastinate and now that's the last thing I want to do. They can actually form solutions instead of feeling stuck. So those are the different signs. First one is a physiological change. Two, testing, and they pass the test. And number three is them being able to find new solutions, whereas before they used to be stuck. So all of these concepts are super, super simple. And truth of the matter is, this is exactly what we work on over and over and over again inside our ACH trainings, because it's like building up that muscle, right? We know what to do. We know how to squat. We know how to deadlift, but being able to progress and grow within those skill sets is what truly creates these deeper transformations, is how we truly create lasting transformations. It's truly how we help our clients for the long term. So by doing this over and over again, which is what the ACH trainings are all about, then we can have this sense of fulfillment, that and ease and satisfaction, that we go into our sessions knowing that it worked, and go into our sessions knowing that we're actually helping our clients and giving them the value that they actually paid for because they hired us. So I hope that this all helped you and had something to think about, and something that you can apply on your next session. If this was helpful for you, let me know which is the most helpful and which step or steps you're going to apply today to your next session. I would love to hear from that. Or if you want any details as to what I talked about today, let me know as well, because I can create more content on that to help you, as well as any questions other than the questions that I answered here in this video with regards to helping your clients using the subconscious mind. Definitely let me know, and I will see you next week.